Everybody, welcome to Promise Resource Networks Recovery 101. I took a pause there for a second. I had to remember it was Monday. I try to make it, Mondays are usually feel like Wednesdays to me, so I try to, keep in track. But we're doing Recovery 101 today, and it's going to be a great one. It's about being a badass. It's the second part of our being a badass. Tapping into your mother lode isn't actually the name of it. It is, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? So isn't that awesome? We get to talk about, man, why am I here? I'm excited. So, but first I want to tell you about our warm line. Our warm line is a 24/7, 365 phone call away to somebody that can listen and understand. Somebody who has been trained to listen, who has done the deal. They've got lived experience. They are people that have been somewhere. Right? People that have experienced homelessness, treatment, hospitalization. We've been around incarceration. So when you call us, you're getting somebody who definitely understands, right? So call. If it's Sunday afternoon and you're having a rough time with somebody, give us a call. We can help you work it through. If you need resources, give us a call. If it's 3 a.m. on Wednesday night and my head is kicking, I want to give him a call. All right. It's a great place to find support. Right. All right. The number, let me give you the number. It is 833-390-7728. That's 833-390-7728. All right, let's go around the room and say who's here. If you don't want to say, that's fine. Would you like to start here?
Yeah, Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy.
Eric.
Good morning, I'm April. Yvonne. Teresa. Robin.
Sam. Alan. Elijah.
Nice to see you. And I'm Sharon. I forgot to say that in the whole thing, didn't I? I'm Sharon. I'm talking to Facebook Live. So we are on all over the world, which is exciting, isn't it? All over the world talking about being a badass. I love it. So what we're doing here, we got Roberta in the house. Hi, Roberta. What are we doing here? Right? What am I doing here? What am I doing at this moment to get to where I want to be? Right? That place that inspires me. That place that I can be, that I can feel whole. Right? That place that I can be where I can feel more myself. Right? Okay, so what are we doing here? Took me a long time to figure that out. Every single person is born with unique and valuable gifts to share with the world. Once we figure out what ours are and decide to live our best life putting them to use, that's when and only then the real party begins. I love that. The real party begins, right? We are living in our purpose. We're living in our purpose. And I love that because that is so powerful. When we're living in our purpose, when I'm where I'm supposed to be, I'm excited because it feels right. Right? So it says, living a life on purpose is available to everyone. So if you're struggling or settling or completely confused about what we're supposed to do in our lives, know that the answer is, and the answer is on the next page. Hold on. The answer is already here. All right. It exists, and so does the life you can't wait to create. You just need to get some clarity first, right? Some clarity. I need to know what this thing is that I'm working towards. So, what do y'all think about purpose? having a purpose, being led to a purpose?
After many years, my name's Robin,
Hey, Rob.
and after many years of confusion, today I have to grasp that my purpose is to help others. It's the way in which I help others that is the mysteries. And that's for me, when you're talking, I'm thinking when I kind of have an idea, but those opportunities don't always come around. But if I keep going on this path I'm on, I think those opportunities will come more to me.
Well, that's the lesson. Okay. See you later. That's beautiful. You already know the core of it. You just got to find out the action of it.
Right.
Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Anybody else? Purpose? Oh, we don't have to say our first name.
Okay, well, I definitely know I have a purpose because I've done escape death maybe 20 times.
Yep.
Or more. And I think if God wanted me to go, He would have took me by now. But it's just not about me. I have to do work for my kids. I think God's got a calling to be in ministry.
Nice.
But being recovery is ministry.
You're right.
Because you're telling other people about what you've been through. And when I was watching Elevation yesterday, just a word of encouragement could stop somebody from killing themselves.
Guiding towards that purpose.
Yeah.
You're being led to something, but it's not quite figured out yet.
No.
Yeah, I understand that.
So you got God on my ear.
Yeah, what is? There's a reason. There's a reason we're all here. Something we are destined to do, right? It may be, for me, it's teaching. That is my purpose. That's what I love. That's what brings joy to me. But in the past, I had real difficulty identifying what I wanted, right? I knew the core of it, but I didn't know the how of it. And I'd never done this before. I'd never taught adults in this kind of setting. So I was used to kids. So at least y'all get my jokes. I love that. At least y'all get my jokes. The kids didn't. So, yes.
Some of those times that happen, I have found myself in the situations that make me full and make me feel whole. And yes, I don't even remember when I walk out away from them because they've just been so, but I don't have that every day, every time.
Yeah.
And so, and I'd like to develop that. I think maybe there's a possibility of that. I don't know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to be able to know where I'm supposed to be, right? That helps so much in my being joyful and happy, right? I love that we're going towards, Hi, Roberta. Good morning, she says. All right. What else do you think about purpose? How do we go? Well, we'll get to, there's actually some tips. I've always got something to rely on. And this is my You Are a Badass book, right? That's it. The first thing we want to try, this is interesting to me. Be the alien. I know, right? Be the alien. Imagine you're an alien floating around in outer space and you suddenly swoop down to Earth and inhabit your own body. What is this person who you've inhabited? So that's a Freudian. Who you've inhabited so obviously awesome at? What do they have the most fun doing? What connection do we have? What resources? What opportunities? So if I come down and I look at myself from outside, right? We talked about not judging our insides by other people's outsides. But if I can take a look at myself, if I can step out for a second, just a second, and look at who I am, what I'm doing that I enjoy. See, in the beginning of my recovery, I didn't even know what I liked.
Mhm.
You know, and there have been times in my recovery that it's been, again, a mystery. What do I like? What do I want to do? What feeds me? Right? So when I step out of my body and take a real look at me, right? Not the outside. We get caught up in the outside. The inside. What is that thing? What is that thing I'm striving for? And sometimes other people can see it better than I can, right? They can say things like, Sharon, you need to go on the road as a comedian. I ain't going on the road. But I love that people will say to me, Sharon, you're a teacher. That's obviously what you did. And that reinforces what I'm doing. So think about it. What do people say? What do people see in us that helps us identify our purpose? Does that make sense? Yeah. We'll talk about it. I'm supposed to shut up during these so I can get the wisdom of folks in here. So I try to do that, but I'm not very good at it.
You know, this is an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Standing outside myself, looking at myself, one of the things that gives me great joy is to articulate my personality through how I look. Not my face, but what I wear and the scarf I throw on and this, that, and the other. So that seems pretty shallow, right? But there was a designer that recently died, and one of the things he said is this is an expression of art. For him, designing clothes and so forth is an expression of art. And when you're doing art, aren't you in God's hands? I mean, isn't the Spirit with you when you're so sometimes it can be superficial. People compliment me, of course, all the time, but I don't dress like anybody else. I just dress crazy. I put something there and there and there and there and there, you know. But I enjoy it so much. I'm so grateful that I have the ability to do that. So that on the out, if I came down and I would say, yeah, she enjoys doing that for sure. And then the next thing I'll just say is, you know, I have feral kitties. I have 5 of them. I have 2 kittens, a mother, and 2 children. And it's a mess. And it's on my patio all the time. But I sit there in the morning drinking my coffee and smoking a cigarette and watch those kitties tumble and turn. And it fills my spirit so much, licking on each other and wrapping the little babies. And the babies are crawling up, you know, on the chair, and then they get up here and they slide. I mean, it is hilarious.
So a pet owner is part of your purpose.
Well, yeah,
that feeds you.
It does feed me to them. Yes, okay, I'll leave it at that.
I love what you said about the art of clothing. Because you have some funky things, but when you put them together, it's art. Because that is your gift, right? One of your gifts. And you know, when we talk about our purpose, it may just be simply having someone see us or hear us so they can go on, right? We say, you know, we think of the great things of purpose, but I may be here solely, right? Solely to tell April, good morning. I love to see you here, right? I'm here to solely say something to somebody that can help, right? That's what I want today. Ariel's in the house. Hey, you teach by how you live. Thank you. I would like to, you know what, the really sucky part of this is that once I say something, I'm accountable for it. You know, then I got to kind of do it. And, Jeremy, what do you need?
Well, my mom has the same thing as you, Robin. In her backyard, there's at least 2 cats, and she brought them to the vet, and she said that once they get fixed, they might as well just drop the cats off where they were. But I don't think my mom's 2 cats mind that because that's their territory. Like that's the around my mom's house and inside is where they live.
Do you think, Jeremy, that your mom can possibly see your gift? I love that. I love that.
Well, when he actually said purpose, my purpose is to help her out and her when I go and visit her, like feed her cats, treats or whatever, it's not too hard to take care of cats. Of course, they go back outside anyway.
Yeah. But that purpose you were talking about, part of it may be take care of those cats. We don't. That's the cool thing. I never know. It may be huge things that change the world. It may be little things, a kind word, a gesture of love, and that changes the world too, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love this. I love this shit. Yes, sir.
I think sometimes, you don't even have to speak to help somebody. Sometimes it's that simple hug.
Yeah. I'm a good hugger.
Just being sitting next to somebody, they can tell by your the way you sit down, they care.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important too. Plus, for me, early on in recovery, I heard a lot of things, but I kind of wanted to see it for myself.
Yeah.
Love, I was talking about that on Saturday. How you express love, that's so important. And I see that here every day. That's why I enjoy working here so far. And for me, I had to learn how to love myself too. I had to keep that balance. Just for many years, I didn't love myself. I didn't have a purpose.
Yeah.
I thought this is the way I was going to live. And I didn't imagine make it to 30.
Yeah.
And those things didn't happen. By a miracle talk about miracles, everybody in here is a miracle.
Yeah.
And that's just, that's so important to me, and I like this topic.
Yeah. I love that. I know everybody in this room, including me, is highly motivated and highly intelligent, or we'd be dead. Mm-hmm. We'd already be dead. If we weren't really smart and really capable against what has given us difficulties in the past, it for me anyway, if I didn't find recovery, I wouldn't be alive by now. I would have given up, given in, and gone away. Whatever that looks like. But we're here. I call us the chosen people because I and we were plucked out of hell and put in a different place. Hopefully a place of safety, a place of goodness, a place where people can see our gifts and talents, right? People can see our gifts and talents, and that's what's cool about purpose. That's what's cool about purpose.
Purpose is, to me, is you're not just going to have one.
Mm-hmm.
I think purpose is like a breadcrumb leading to a bigger and higher self. Like you complete one purpose, and during that journey of completing that purpose, you see something else that you like. Like, oh man, for me, it'd be guys that's in prison and trying to convert back to society. So once I go through that, now I probably will witness guys who's coming back and can't adjust because they're hooked on a drug or something. And so now my purpose begins to evolve and get a little bit larger.
Yeah.
And it begins to make me even a greater person to help someone. So I think having a purpose really motivates you to get up in the morning.
Get up and do.
That's right.
Get up and get
just
up.
touch one person.
Yeah.
Like just speaking to 10 of them, but if you got that one that walks by and just say, man, thank you, I really need that. It just blows my head off. So,
Yeah.
So
it does.
It motivates me to get right back up and do another one.
That's right.
Yes.
Get up every morning. Get up every morning ready to fight the good fight, to do the next right thing. Oh, we're going to talk about that too. Do your best wherever you're at. You might land, It says once you take the first step, it's possible. Oh, wrong page. Oh my God, we have fun in here, don't we? Who's supposed to watch me? Somebody's supposed to watch. You're watching me. Okay. Take the first step, the first right step. It said instead of waiting hours and days, years trying to figure out the perfect next move, just do something. Just do something. We don't have to know exactly where we're going to take us. We just need to start one thing that feels right and keep following right feelings and see where they lead. The next step. That's scary, isn't it? It's scary stuff. Yes, sir.
I usually wake up feeling down,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know where to look. By the end of the day, I'm really feeling better because I've done some positive things, had some positive interactions with other people.
Yeah.
But in the morning, I'm always feeling down and grouchy. Well, I had some health issues last night, which makes it worse.
Some days it's hard to get up, right? Some
I
days.
mean, I get up, but
Yes.
and I make a delicious breakfast. I make sure that I have a good breakfast.
Mm-hmm. I love that, Alan. You get up anyway.
I get up anyway.
Yeah.
But, my mood is.
Oh, you know what? Every day we don't have to jump out of bed. You know that? Every day we don't have to jump out of bed. Some of us wake up real grouchy, right? That if I don't have my coffee first, I don't want to talk to anybody, right? So it's all right if we don't jump out of bed.
Well, I mean, I've got to get up.
Yeah, and you do. That's the thing. The next thing I can do is get up, and you do. Even though we don't feel like it, even though I'm not really sure, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get up and start the day. Yes.
Before I came to respite, I would wake up in the morning and have crying spells.
Yeah.
Because I have borderline personality disorder.
Uh-huh. That I understand that too, that waking up with fear and anxiety and sadness.
But I don't know why I would do it apart from it's a symptom of it, but
Well,
I'll go out of nowhere all the time. Even if it's not when I first wake up. I'll just be throughout the day, I'll just start crying.
We're talking about purpose today, and that's what no, you're fine. That's what feeds us, right? And if I can find that next right thing to do, it can help me. It can help me in my movement. Yes, ma'am.
I was gonna say, I know I got a purpose for that. One, my health. Got some crazy news 5 years ago, but by the grace of God, I'm here.
Yeah.
And I had a beautiful little 2-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Please, when y'all see him, he is not a girl.
Yeah.
He's a boy.
Okay.
Just FYI. He got long hair. Yeah. But, I stay in a place that the job training program that I'm in, technically we don't have to be at work till 6:30, but because I know my purpose is I'm a leader, I'm not a follower. I'm there by 5:30. I'm going to be at work by 5:45, 6 o'clock.
Nice.
This morning, on the other hand, it'd be a Monday, and it's no feeling the hottest. I was like, I don't want to get up. I'm going to wait until the 7 o'clock meeting starts so I can go be the chairperson and, yada, yada, yada. But I had to remember I had a purpose.
Yeah. To be a leader, I love that.
I'm a leader, so I ain't never going to be a follower. I ain't never going to follow.
That's beautiful. That is really cool because we lead every day, don't we?
Yes, we do.
And we can.
Example.
That's right. Oh.
Yeah.
I love it.
I've been doing my homework.
That's
I've
right.
been doing my homework, and I just celebrated 360 days.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm in the Serenity House, and my roommates are not very friendly, except for one.
Mhm.
She used to be married to a cop. I said, go ahead, girl. Let me identify. So she's friendly, and she goes to church.
Uh-huh.
But I told her last night I wanted to move out. She said, why do you want to move out? I said, I need some structure. I want a TV.
I love
I want
that.
to go home paving.
Okay.
I need structure. I'm up.
I love that. I love that because
So busy.
sometimes it's just doing the next thing.
Yeah.
It's just doing the next thing. I was so confused. It says about trying to figure out the perfect next thing. I don't have to do that because when they said that to me, you got to do the next right thing. I didn't know what the right thing was.
Yeah.
So I did what's in front of me, right? No idea about that. So I did what was in front of me, and that helped me take another step.
But see, my PO was scared that if I go to treatment, I get mad, I leave, I'll be homeless again. But I'm not cleaning my own this time.
And that's a part of your purpose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm motivated this time.
Okay, absolutely. Motivation is a big thing. I got to be able, like Alan, to get up and step up.
Yeah.
Suit up and show up, they told me, right? Do your best wherever you're at. Do your best wherever you're at, right?
Yeah.
We're here today. We are in this space. I want to do my best today. I want to bring love today. I want to bring understanding and kindness in part of my purpose, right? Part of my purpose is love. I mean, y'all must say I'm an old hippie, but I'm like, love. That's the answer. I believe that to be the answer. So do our best wherever we're at. Once we take the first step, it's possible that we won't land in the dream situation right away. We might have to have a stepping stone. I can do my best where I am if I know I'm stepping and working and going towards. Yes, ma'am.
I'll make this very quick. I had a friend that passed away over the weekend, and so I grieved. I didn't go out Sunday, but I did do my meetings. And today, I woke up and felt terrible. I didn't want to get out of bed, and I took all my time doing stuff, and I was running late. And then, so I sent somebody a note saying that I'm not going to do something in the morning, and they gave me encouragement. Just encouragement, not you should do it, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And just encouragement, and the thoughts and my higher power's thoughts dwindled down into my head. And suddenly I thought, the worst thing I can do is sit in this apartment and be sad.
Yeah.
The thing I need to do is go where my friends are. And that's why I'm here. And that was the next right thing to do. I didn't know. I didn't know when you lose somebody, what's the next right thing to do? Do you freeze? Do you cry? Do you go crazy? Do you drink?
Yeah.
All those things. But the next right thing comes into focus when it starts to feel like you need to do that. That's the thing you should do. Is that right?
Absolutely. That's perfect. When we get that feeling, when we get that knowing that I'm where I'm supposed to be, that this is the next step, that stepping stone.
Yeah, it was a stepping stone.
That is, and it can come to us. It can come to our spirit. You know that higher power sense that we grow? I grew anyway. I was how should I put it? Not a badass, but an asshole. I was. So, yes, she was. You know it. So I needed to have some help in understanding my purpose. Not the shoulds, but not somebody telling me I should, but somebody showing me how to do this thing, right? The understanding that I grew a sense of wholeness. I grew an understanding, and I was able to accept something into my spirit that is better for me, or that is more beneficial for me, right? Just more beneficial. That's all we're looking for. So do our best wherever we're at. Whatever step we're on, whatever thing I'm doing, notes. I try to do my best. Those of you that know me know that I'm not good at notes, so yes.
Here's my philosophy on this.
Okay.
If we did our best
Yeah.
to go do what we did out there,
Okay.
why not try to do more than our best?
Yes.
And
Ooh, there you go.
once again, if we did whatever we could out there,
Yeah.
put it in plain simple English. If we did whatever we did out there, our whatever our drug choices, alcohol, whatever. And why not do more to get in here and be
There you
clean?
go.
Thank you.
Well, absolutely. And it's what
I mean, and it's not even just being clean sober because there's other addictions.
absolutely.
Sex, food,
Gambling.
coffee.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You went beyond me. I'm talking about sleeping with people we would never sleep with.
Yeah.
Male, female,
Do that.
female, all that.
Wait, getting back to that power that we put into our
We didn't
other
have way too
life,
much power.
of our other life, didn't we?
So why not put that?
Put that power into what we're doing today. What we're doing today. I love that because I put so much energy into doing things that didn't benefit me. I put a lot of energy in it. I did a lot of talking. I did a lot of yelling. I did a lot of putting things in place so I could get what I needed, right? But it wasn't working. The amount of energy I put into that festivity that didn't work for me, I can use that today, right? I can use that today. So wherever I am, I can use my past to help me with my future. I can figure out what doesn't work so I can figure out what does work, right? Yes, ma'am.
How can something so small, like my choice was cocaine and
Yeah.
and heroin.
Yeah.
But how can something so small as a crack rock take control of one person like it did me?
Well, we can talk about that after a bit, but it does take control if we don't. Whatever it is, it's sadness. It doesn't have to be addiction. It can be fear, right? That stops us from getting where we want to go, where I want to go. And fear and sadness and addiction and all these things can inhibit me, can slow me down, can put a barrier between me and what I want to be.
Sunlight and spirit.
Oh, there you go. Getting on the beam, the sunlight of the spirit. I'm not quite there today. I'm not quite there today. And that's all right. It's all right. All right, let's see what else. Don't reinvent the wheel. What things are people doing that you would love to do? Who do you think the coolest person is? You don't need to invent the ideal life from scratch. You just need to figure out what makes you feel alive. And we watch other people, how they model the joy they bring to their purpose. Right? I love that because if I see somebody with passion about what they do, passion about what they are, that helps me understand maybe I can do that. If that's what I want to do, if that I can try it, it can bring me joy, maybe that's it. Its purpose is whatever our spirit attaches to, right? It's whatever brings us joy. It's whatever gives us that feeling of I'm right where I'm supposed to be, right where I'm supposed to be. So don't reinvent the wheel. Somebody's done this before. Somebody has gotten and seen and found purpose in a certain activity, okay? Whether it's teaching, supporting other people, being a kind soul in a difficult world. All these things, so many things I can watch other people do. I talk too much. What do y'all think? I'm talking too much. That's enough. Be quiet.
For me, I like when you talk.
I think, you said who's the coolest person? I have a male and a female. You're my coolest female. Sorry, you're not my male.
Damn it.
Yeah. But this guy named Chip is. And it's more because of the minds that I think you're the coolest people. You know, the mind. So, all right. So what were you saying? Say it one more time. I lost it.
When we see someone else.
Right. So when I see somebody else being in a situation where I might have been a bitch, I can say, I don't have to be a bitch. Look at that person and what they did with it. And I try always to surround my people, with people that are full of love.
Yeah.
Love. I get up in the morning and I say love. And you can send it out there.
Yeah.
You know I believe that. And so, it is you mimic other people. And when you set your sights on changing your life, generally speaking, the bad influence or the things you don't want go behind you.
Yeah.
And then somebody has to teach you all over again.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So I don't know if I answered that question.
You did. Absolutely. We watch other people and we do what they do if that's what we want.
I appreciate you sharing because I knew the last time I got my debit card, I was off to the races.
I appreciate that you appreciate
And
me.
you watching.
So, hold on. So don't reinvent the wheel. Somebody's doing that.
Yeah.
When I first came into recovery, I didn't know shit about shit,
No.
right? Because I hadn't done stuff for a long time. I was working a job, but I wasn't working a job.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a relationship, but I wasn't in a relationship, right? All these things I was doing, but I wasn't doing what made me happy, right? Thought I was at the time, but today I have so much more. I wasn't aware of the potential. So when I first came in, I didn't know how to be these things. So I would watch people that I saw had what I wanted, right? I'd watch people that had what I wanted, and then I would do what they did. They said, if you want what I've got, you'll do what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps me.
Mm-hmm.
That helps me. That was, in the beginning of my recovery, I needed a group of people that showed me the basics of survival in this world. Showed me the basics of being sober in this world. Showed me how to be a friend, right? Showed me how to be a wife. Because I had no clue. So I watched people. And that helped because then I kind of knew I got to see what I wanted in sense around, right? Hey, Christopher says being a badass is badass. Good deal. Okay. So let's see. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't get caught up in the thunderbolt of hype. Follow what feels good in the moment, every moment, and it'll lead you through the most excellent life. We don't have to have that dun, dun, dun. This is my purpose that falls from the sky and I see the light and all of a sudden I know. That doesn't have to happen, right? I think it rarely happens. I think as I try different things, I'm able to identify in a small way what I like, right? It doesn't have to be that lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a whisper.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a whisper. Ooh, that's good. I love it.
Yes.
Good stuff. Follow your fantasies.
Oh, I know what I was going to say, if you don't mind.
Okay.
There's a prayer, serenity prayer, actually. The long form of it says, living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time.
Okay.
And the moment, yes, all we have is this moment, really, when you think
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
And what you were saying, so you can just stay, that's impossible, but just if you kind of stay in that moment, there's joy, happiness, and everything you want right there in that moment, right?
Absolutely.
And the moments add up to minutes and so forth.
And I know the next right thing when I'm in that moment,
Right.
when I feel that moment, when I'm able to tap into and attach myself, right, to that moment. I love that. To be in our person at that moment where our feet are. Then I can do the next right thing. Or it's easier to do what's in front of me next, right? So follow your fantasies. Tap into what brings great joy instead of what you think you need to do to survive. What brings us joy? Sometimes that's hard. What brings you joy?
That I'm going to create my ultimate fantasy into reality.
Ooh, what is it?
That my soulmate is going to look like Loki.
Oh, okay, good. There you go.
Thank you. I thought you were going to laugh at me.
Oh, no. I love people's purpose.
Yeah, I mean, like,
go ahead.
Sorry. Like, I'm still looking for a girlfriend because I broke up with my other my previous girlfriend, but I want my soulmate to be a man because I feel like a man will be able to take care of me more and can actually not like put up with me, but can actually be. Do you know like the words I'm saying?
Yeah, be what you need them to be. I appreciate that because sometimes the people in our lives, what we give to them, being a mother, being a daughter, being a worker, being a friend, sometimes that's it. Sometimes that's our entire purpose, right? To be there for someone who needs us. Crystal's in the house. Thank you, girl. All right, hold on. Follow our fantasies. Yes, sir.
I was gonna say something about bringing joy. I think the biggest, I mean, just briefly, some of the things that bring me joy, like seeing somebody that has nothing,
Yeah.
and now they got like 2 or 3 kids, they got a career. Like I have a good friend, he came from nothing. He was sleeping in bushes.
Yeah.
Naked.
Yeah.
In West Virginia, which is cold.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's a nurse. He's like on a helicopter saving people's lives every day.
Yeah.
He's got his family back. But those things hammer me joy seeing that.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing where they were at. Thinking about that, just complete 360.
Yeah. Other people can inspire. Yeah. Other people's journey can inspire us. And being part of that journey is the most beautiful thing, to see it from the beginning, the middle, and where it really takes off. That is the most amazing thing to me. And when everybody in this room has experienced that, in hell, pulled out and put in a better place, right? May not be perfect, but it's better than we were. And other people's experience of success can inspire us, right? And we can inspire other people. We can inspire other people by our joy, right? By our ability to say, man, keep going. That may be my purpose, to tell one person to keep going no matter what. All right. So we got follow your fantasies. Last but not least, what time? Oh, we're right on time. What is it? Love yourself. When I forgot it that quick. Love yourself like you're the only one there is. Love yourself like you're the only one there is.
You have to, because if you don't love yourself, nobody else is going to love you. Nobody's there to take care of me.
Yeah.
I gotta take care of me, and I can learn to take care of others.
Nice. You're taking care of yourself first. Self-care is a demonstration of my love for myself. I like that. I like that a lot. Self-care, by taking care of my body, mind, and spirit, shows that I love myself. Right? So, love ourselves is the last one. Love ourselves, our whole self, even the self that we think isn't too cool. that uncoolness can lead to something amazing, right? Something amazing. Crystal, Christopher, Ariel, Roberta, thanks for being here today. And thank you all for hanging out with us, giving us inspiration, right? My purpose may be simply to tell someone today, hey, I love you. Let me give you a hug. I'm a hugger. I'm a bad hugger. The simplest things can be why we're here. They don't have to be great. The kindness that we show every day changes the world. We're all part of changing the world. All right. Thanks for being out there. Thanks for being in here.
Thanks, Sharon.
All right. Let's do it. Keep peace, share love.